The National Dialogue Chief Commissioner MS Fanare urges youth to play a crucial role in peace building and national dialogue. Mayors of various towns across the country say corridor development projects in the capital are exemplary to make towns clean and green. Hello and welcome to EBC World. I'm Oscar Matna for the hour's latest. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed arrived in Port Sudan this morning, continuing his commitment to finding sustainable solutions for Sudan's stability, according to the Office of the Prime Minister. Ethiopia strongly believes in a Sudanese people-led and owned peace process to end the ongoing conflict in the Sudan. President Sahle-Work Zewde emphasized the need to enhance women's participation in diplomacy, conflict resolution, and peace-building efforts. The president made the remark in her address she delivered at the International Day of Women in Diplomacy, observed in Addis Ababa at the headquarters of UN Economic Commission for Africa. The event, organized by the Women in Diplomacy and Ethiopia's network, marks the International Day of Women in Diplomacy 2024, ahead of the 25th anniversary of the adoption of UN Security Council Resolution 1325. The president noted that Resolution 1325 of UN Security Council heralds better future for women. The resolution urges all actors to increase the participation of women and incorporate gender perspectives in all United Nations peace and security efforts. On the occasion, President Sahle-Work highlighted the critical need for women's full participation in all aspects of diplomacy and decision-making with their unique perspectives and approaches. On July the 8th, the Ethiopian House of People's Representatives approved a record budget of 971.2 billion Ethiopian birr for the 2024/25 Ethiopian fiscal year. Talking to EBC World, a renowned macroeconomist and chairperson at Fairfax Africa Fund, LLC, Zemedine Nagato, stressed that the country's ability to generate income much more from internal resources than 20 years ago is encouraging. Tigster Nasa has sat with him and compiled the following story.
The Ethiopian House of People's Representatives approved a record budget of 971.2 billion Ethiopian birr, about $16.83 billion for the 2024-2025 Ethiopian fiscal year, commencing on July 8. Approached by ABC World, a renowned macroeconomist and chairperson at Fairfax Africa Fund LLC, Zemedine Nagato, stressed that the interesting thing with this regard, he says, is the country's ability to generate much more from internal resources than 20 years ago.
Yes, it's $1 trillion, but it's a very significant amount. Especially if you go back 20 years ago, the Ethiopian the Ethiopian budget, the government's budget, the federal government's budget was 35 billion. So it has grown by exponentially. But at the same time, the economy has also grown. 20 years ago, the economy, the GDP was about 10 billion. Now it's 200 billion plus. Okay? So there's a parallel between the growth of the economy and the growth of the budget. I think what is interesting here is the country's ability to generate much more from internal resources to fund its budget than it did, say, 20 years ago. Okay? I mean, it was a much smaller economy. It was still in the early days of growing. So, but now at least, a very substantial portion of it is being raised domestically. Now we can talk about how much we should increase it, but...
Zemedine further added that Ethiopia has been very smart in how it allocates its budget.
Ethiopia has actually been very smart in how it allocates its budget. A lot of it goes to capital expenditures, infrastructures, things that will produce economic growth in the future. Obviously, there's a very large recurrent component to it as well. So not only is the amount big, but what is being allocated both to, as I said, the CapEx side, the capital expenditure side, but the recurrent side. So from that angle, I would say, hallelujah, we've reached this level. We're now a substantially large economy. If you look at the 5 largest economies in Africa, Ethiopia is number 3, sub-Saharan Africa. Overall in Africa, if you include North Africa, is number 5. So it's a fairly sizable economy. So our budget has to reflect that.
He further indicated that in terms of tax collection, Ethiopia needs to give more emphasis collecting it.
However, and this is where I think the focus needs to be, yes, tax collection has increased, but if you use a standard measurement, which is tax to GDP, I think even the Prime Minister talked about it in his presentation at the Parliament, we're at the low end even by African standards. Ethiopia collects around 7.5% of its GDP as tax. Our neighbor Kenya collects around 16-17%. So if that was Ethiopia, if it was in the same boat, if the same ability to collect 16-17%, the budget yesterday could have been 2 trillion. I mean, really, that's how we should look at it. Yes, $1 trillion is a big number. Yes, we're happy, we've grown. But we also have to say, can we at least get to Kenya's level? Then we should have a 2 trillion. Can you imagine another trillion on top of the trillion? How much economic activity that could fund roads, airports, bridges, healthcare facilities. I mean, the whole shebang. Okay, so that's one other way of looking at it. But overall, I think the budget is big, and I think it reflects what is needed today, and secondly, what the country can afford today. And that's how I kind of looked at it.
The new budget represents a 21.1% increase compared to the 2023-2024 fiscal year's budget of 801.6 billion per.
Let's explore the best places to visit in Barcelona.
A panel discussion themed the role and participation of the youth for the national dialogue is held in Addis Ababa. Representatives of youth from across the nation, including different youth-led establishments, the students' councils of different universities and youth associations have participated in the panel discussion. In this opening remark, Chief Commissioner Musfin Arya said the youths have a crucial role in peace building and national dialogue. Johannes van Town has more.
Youth are not just the future of peace building, they are powerful forces in the present. By recognizing their potential, investing in their development, and providing them with opportunities to participate, the nation can harness their energy and commitment to create a more peaceful and just world. A panel discussion themed the role and participation of the youth for the national dialogue held in Addis Ababa. Opening the panel, Chief Commissioner of the Ethiopian National Dialogue Commission, Mesfin Arya, highlighted the role of the youth in peace building and national dialogue as crucial and transformative.
የኢትዮጵያ ህብረተሰብ ሃይራርኪካል የሆነ ሶሳይቲ ነው። ከላይ ወደ ታች ነው የሚሄደው። ሁልጊዜ ትልልቆቹ ይወስኑልናል።
The society in Ethiopia is hierarchical. Mostly it is from top to down. Decisions always come from the elders, the men and orator politicians. Now it is clear that where we are. It is time for all of us to discuss equally. In this dialogue process, the youth have to sit together with the elders and make a dialogue. Not only the youth, but also women, people with disabilities, marginalized people, all must equally discuss and make dialogue about their country's destination.
ሁላቸውም በእኩልነት በአገራቸው እጣ ፈንታ ላይ እኩል መዋየት መምከር አለባቸው።
Youth are the future leaders, and their active engagement in peace-building process strengthens their sense of ownership and commitment to achieving a lasting peace. They can serve as mediators, peace builders, and advocates for reconciliation, participant users said.
I believe the national dialogue can provide a safe and open platform where everyone, especially the youth, can talk about their issues and hopefully that issue being resolved. Other than that, I think the process of the national dialogue is on its way of trying to be as inclusive as possible.
As I understood how we can proceed with this peace in Ethiopia, all of the youth can unite together and bring our community together to take it to the next level we haven't reached yet. We as a community or as a youth, we can actually, each and every one can play his own role by bringing his brother to his place, by seeing each and every one as a brother and sister and thinking about our country Ethiopia to take it to another level technologically, physically.
As the youth have vital role in breaking down barriers and can play a crucial role in bridging the divides between different communities, ethnic groups and generations, the panel will provide a platform to facilitate communication, build trust and create space for dialogue and understanding.
A corridor development project bear fruits in Addis Ababa, making the city clean and green. Some 30 mayors across the country visited the corridor development project initiated by the city administration of Addis Ababa. Haptam Washagari compiled the following report.
Expanding best experiences of corridor development activities into other towns is said to be crucial. Talking to BBC English, mayors of various towns said they are witnessing that the implementation of the corridor development project are exemplary to make towns clean and green.
Today I see like in Addis Ababa city, it's two different things because it's like there are a corridor development that they did it in short time. The place before this, it was like dirty place, is not comfortable for the people. They did a lot of things, walkway, bicycle riding way, and even the public place, like private, not for all people, it's open. So I really appreciated what they did it, not only what they did it, the speed they used to do it.
Thank you. As you see, what we are observing from starting from the morning from Addis Ababa, what they are did on corridor development, they are show what we are observing, what we are listening, what we are watching on TV or on film or another country. They are already did and they are already show. It is based on the public and the human interested to serve as the interest of the human being.
Today we are observing a big change that is practically applicable. This is this corridor development, including all inclusive developments. For instance, it incorporates the urban design, it incorporates the public interest, different green legacies, including children hopes and others.
Information is showing that the corridor development project has been created over 50,000 jobs. Some 30 different mayors across the country visited the best experiences of corridor development in the metropolis, and it is crucial to expand in other respective towns.
We have taken this experience, and currently we are preparing the design, and in 2070 Ethiopian calendar we already planned to prepare this urban development plan.
I understand from this we can change our country when we are collaborate, the people, the government, and other stakeholders. When they are bring together, we can then the big things and the sample of that.
In connection with corridor development activities, the city administration of Addis Ababa has been constructed over 5,000 condos over the past 5 months.
Well, let me now remind you of top stories of the hour once again before I leave. The National Dialogue Chief Commissioner Mesfin Araya urges the youth to play a crucial role in peace building and national dialogue. Mayors of various towns across the country say corridor development projects in the capital are exemplary to make towns clean and green. Well, that's what we have for the hour. Many thanks for watching. I'm Oscar Matana for it is bye-bye from me.